We are in North Philadelphia. I'm actually here to learn from Paul because he's a super trapper. I'm a novice compared to Paul. Hey, Paul, you made it. How are you?
Hey, Nancy, you ready to do this?
I'm ready. I'm ready to learn from the best.
So one of the saddest things that you'll see in Philadelphia when we're trying to help animals are cats literally sitting in front of a convenience store like this, begging for their dinner. Too cold for them right now, but we'd like to keep them from begging and give them a better meal. We go down the block and see if we can find some.
I'm Jennifer Rice.
And I'm Alexandra Murphy. Together we co-founded the Cat Collaborative about 5 years ago. The city of Philadelphia has approximately 400,000 stray cats roaming the streets of Philadelphia. Jen and I together, we figured out we could not solve the problem without a very impactful organization, and we created the Cat Collaborative.
We realized you can't foster your way out of this problem. It was bigger than either one of us could address individually, and just the numbers were overwhelming. So we founded TCC really with a focus on prevention, getting to as many of these stray cats as possible, getting them spayed, neutered, and vaccinated to prevent these countless litters from being born and the numbers exploding.
PNR stands for Trap, Neuter, Respond. It is the humane way to contain a cat, get them to surgery, get them sterilized, vaccinated, and then decide if they are feral, they get released into the community. If they are friendly, we try to find them a rescue placement. So this TNR actually reduces the population.
My name is Paul. I trap for the Cat Collaborative, and I've been here since the very beginning. There is no shortage of animals that need help, and no shortage of locations that I know about and the organization knows about that are in need. First time we trap in a location, it's pretty easy to collect cats because the most friendly, most vulnerable are out there waiting for us, literally raising their paw asking to be saved.
No luck.
Nope, it's okay. I just hate to miss one because we were, a few steps away.
Yeah.
All right, let's head back that way. Oh, cat. Hey, buddy.
Hey, you hungry?
So look at this guy up here on top of the dumpster. So this little gentleman is so hungry, he doesn't know the front of the trap from the back of the trap. And we got to convince him to walk in the front door. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. When the trap door closes and there's a cat inside, there's a very distinctive click to it. When that trap door closes on that last cat, that one you've known about for a couple of months but we're not able to catch, that's the real psychological payoff in our world of knowing that you have closed down a project and done a lot of good for a particular location as well as all the cats involved. The coldest days in the winter are tough. I think the thing that keeps us going in those days is knowing that as cold as we are for an hour or two walking around looking for the animals, imagine how cold they are being outside, day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out. That's pretty motivating to know that you can make a difference like that. Success for this little friend.
Yeah, we got one. 17 degrees out and we found a cat. And this cat's going to be so happy to be inside.
You're okay.
Oh wait, I might have gotten it. Let's
I think
see.
you have.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Now that we're 5 years in, we have discovered a separate problem in the communities that we were unaware of before we started this work, and that is the issue of owned pets. Most of these owned pets are indoor-outdoor cats. So that means that they're going outside of the house, and if they're not spay-neutered, if they're not sterilized, they are contributing to the overpopulation of cats in the neighborhood. So we founded this free own pet clinic. We do them once a week. We have been very successful doing it. We do at least 50 pets in each clinic. The downside is that we have a wait list of 6,000 families who are waiting to get this service.
This past winter, we wanted to focus on this long owned pet list that we had, the 6,000 cat wait list. So what I developed was a mini spay-a-thon, and it was a real intensive day where we were just getting as many cats fixed as possible, and they proved hugely successful. They were all individually funded by individual donors, foundations, or just our basic fundraising. And it was hugely impactful, and especially the timing of when we did those, because it was winter. So we were preventing impending kitten season, and kitten season seems to be less overwhelming than it has been in past years. The frustration with not being able to address those cats quickly is that some of them may be pregnant, some of them may have medical issues. They might not make it to get into our clinic to get their issue addressed and to get sterilized before they have a litter of kittens.
Spay and neuter is one thing, but there are so many other medical issues that kind of come with this work. The most serious issue that we deal with on a regular basis is a condition called pyometra. It is basically a really, really life-threatening infection of the uterus that can be fatal. If this happened just to a pet cat, it would cost thousands of dollars. The cat that really introduced me to TCC in the first place, it would really be Prince. He was literally bald, covered in wounds that he created himself because he was so itchy, he was literally ripping himself apart. And I see the worst of skin disease, and he's probably in the top 5 that I've ever seen. We got him on allergy shots and medication, and he's thriving. He's doing so well. And I think that's just representative of how TCC really goes above and beyond providing life-saving care beyond the level of just spaying and neutering and vaccines.
We are the only organization that has 0 barriers for somebody to get their cat fixed. There's no cost. We provide transportation. We provide carriers for their cats. And we handhold our clients. We make it so easy for people to do the right thing and sterilize their pet.
The world is a pretty challenging place, and it is loaded with problems, most of which are hard to influence as a single individual. There's more animals that are in need in the city than I can ever help, but the ones that I do come across, I can make this better. And I don't know a lot of other problems in the world where I, as a single individual, can raise my hand, step in, give time, and make something better. This is one of those.
So now Paul will be bringing these 2 cats to Forgotten Cats in Willow Grove, where they will get their neuter surgeries and get vaccinated and tested, and hopefully, if they're friendly, get them adopted, get them into a rescue. If they're feral, they'll be re-released.
This is their audition under the worst of circumstances for a potential new life. Everybody gets fixed, everybody gets vaccinated, so everybody's life improves. But the question is, right, do you get pushed for a home, or do you get put back on your block? And it's moments like this when a tomcat decides, I'm gonna purr for you, I'm gonna be a good boy, that we know that we're gonna set him up for a home in some scenario. He looks tired, cold, all that should be over.
We got a call, a couple nights before the snowstorm, the big snowstorm came and the real cold weather, from one of our favorite trappers, Paul from the TCC. Said he was out trapping, got some really great cats, needed a place to go. So of course we said, yes, bring them in. So he took them to Forgotten Cats right away. And that's where their journey really began. He had them spayed, neutered, combo tested, and ready for their next journey in their forever homes. So he brought them down to our adoption center here at Petco, and we started showcasing them, and just like that, Cheeto's in a home. You're going home. You're gonna have such a great life, big boy. Just want to let you know you've just rescued such a wonderful, amazing boy, and he was living on a porch. And now he's going to be living with you, so thank you and enjoy him.
It was pretty much the exact same story as the cat that I have now, exactly 2 years old, and was a stray that was found. Things just lined up a little bit.
Now that the weather's finally warming and I can think back to that freezing cold, snowy night, I think about Cheeto shivering on his porch, and I think about him now sitting in someone's home, living the life that we want any animal to live. And it certainly shows the reward, makes it worth going back out again and again and again to find more Cheetos and help them into that perfect forever home.
We feel the urgency to get these cats sterilized because we know what the impact is if we don't.
These cats can get pregnant at 4 months old, so if left unfixed, she could have like 2-3 litters a year for many years. You know, average 5 kittens each time, so that's 15 new lives who also, if left unfixed, would just, the population just explodes from there.
When we set out, our goal was to do 12,500 cats in 4 years. We are just heading into our 5th year and we've done 22,000. It's not just the 22,000 cats that we have sterilized, vaccinated, and flea treated. It's the kittens that aren't born as a result of those cats being sterilized. So if you want to do some quick math, 11,000 times 6, roughly kitten litters are around 6 on average. That's 66,000 kittens that weren't born as a result of our efforts. So 66,000 plus 22,000, 88,000 cats. So in a relatively short time, we have almost cut the number of stray and feral cats in Philadelphia by 25%.
We're all volunteers basically, so a lot of us are doing this on our weekends, on our off times. You know, it's not unusual to find a couple of us here taking care of mom and babies or bringing in cats that are trapped or just helping around the arsenal, cleaning or doing whatever needs to be done to get this thing going and keep it running. I know. What a sweet baby.
When Jen and I co-founded the Cat Collaborative, it started with a shared pool resources. I don't think either of us thought it would snowball into what it is now. And now the requests for help, the numbers that we're doing, we can't go this alone. And here's where we need help with funding through either donors, foundations, grants, or just the community, volunteering, donating, so that we can meet the demand that is at our doorstep.
It is the relentless pursuit, but it's also the compassion is the thread that I think binds us all together.
If I could describe the Cat Collaborative in one word, it would really be people. This city is huge. The animal problem is overwhelming, but there is this scrappy group of 10 to 15 people who get up every day or go into the city every week and look to make a difference in a very large problem.
I would say innovative. They look for ways to address problems that nobody's really looked at. That's what I think really sets them apart, is that they're constantly innovating.
Accommodating. The entire team at TCC is accommodating. They will do everything they possibly can to help get a cat into our location. It doesn't matter if they're delivering it, if they're having it transported, if I can't come pick the cat up, or one of our fosters can't get the cat. Like, they will make sure that cat is transported to us to safety, to where they know it's going to begin its journey and it's forever.
I would say the Cat Collaborative is relentless. We are relentless at constantly wanting to hit higher numbers, and that sterilization number truly is so important. Every year we sterilize more cats, and we're constantly exceeding our expectations. And I think that's what I would say. We are relentless at sterilizing the cats of Philadelphia, because that is the solution to end the suffering.